Oscilloscopes, earbuds, cameras, planters, whatever this is, they all run Doom. There's websites and even a subreddit dedicated to it. And Debian Linux, it's my Doom. When I get in a new bit of hardware, the first thing I want to know is, can it run Debian? Ubuntu in a pinch. That's what I've been up to with this Banana Pi R4 Pro router board. And when I pulled it off, I did what you do. A victory lap on social media, then back to work on the setup guide for this neat little router board. Then this showed up, followed by this. Fine. Okay, what makes running Doom on a router even remotely challenging? Well, for starters, the ARM SoC under this block of metal doesn't have a GPU. And if you don't have a GPU, well, why bother with a display out? This is when a UART cable typically shows up to the party. In this critter, it will give me a bit-by-bit readout of what's going on from the moment I apply the electrons. And typically, you would connect this somewhere on the GPIO header, which this is not. Thankfully, they've built this cable into a USB-C port. Now, if you want to skip to the Doom song, check out the timestamps. But for the rest of you, let's plug this in, and I'll show you how it works. Here we are in a terminal. If you run Linux, I'm sure you two have already met. I'm going to run this one-liner to show the most recently created TTY device. TTY ACM0. That is our Banana Pi. Now I'm going to open Minicom and configure it to use TTY ACM0. And check out that speed. 115,000 bits per second. All right, let's exit out. And here we are. Not much going on until I do this. Oh, I'll never get tired of seeing a system come up over serial. And look at that. Debian is now booting. And of course, here's fastfetch showing that we are on a VT220 serial terminal and our GPU is using a software render because, well, we don't have one. And that means we need to render Doom using text. Now, thankfully, Doom ASCII does just that. So it's time to sing the Doom song. Okay. That's a bit cursed. Let's try reducing the font size and see. Wait. Oh, look at that. It is tragic, but that's Doom. If I shrink it up a bit and squint a little, I can even make out the id logo in the corner. Admittedly, the refresh rate is a bit on the low side at 1 frame per eventually, but it still counts. However, I think we could do better. This is a router after all, so there's no shortage of ether holes to pop a noodle in. Alright, we're back, but this time connected over SSH, way larger data pipe. Just look how much faster the terminal's spazzing out. Can't do that over serial. I'm going to shrink things up again, and that looks awfully familiar. Well, as familiar as Doom being rendered with ASCII characters can be. And there's no cheating going on here. Everything on the screen is being rendered with nothing but text. And if you're wondering if it's playable, well, kinda. The movement feels like it's being relayed over carrier pigeon, and forward movement likes to get stuck. So does rotation, and of course, going backwards. But the important bits, like pewing and opening doors, worked for the most part. So after a few tries, I was able to finish the level. But can we do better? SSH Doom is Doom but rendered with Sixels, a bitmap graphics format originally created for dot matrix printers. Well, outside of the seizure warning, it looks the part, but the input delay and just overall wonkiness, it's alive and well. And the real bummer, no mouse support. But, like with ASCII Doom, I was able to brute force my way through completing the level. But is it really Doom if you can't use a gerbil? We're gonna have to do better, And to do that, we need to add X11 forwarding to our SSH login, turning our terminal session into a monitor, kinda. I look forward to the well-actuallys in the comments. I'm gonna be running Crispy Doom. It's a fork of Chocolate Doom, and wait for it. Oh, look at that. And we're using around 400 megabits a second to pull this off. Look at this. I can use my mouse. Glorious. I mean, it beats the pants off the 486SX I first played Doom on. And look at that. We're only using about half of the router's CPU. Now, I know something that would really push it, but I don't think it would be a good idea to. Here we are with Quake 3 Arena. And this resolution is proper retro at 640 by 480. And that's because, again, no GPU. So the CPU is having to do all of the heavy lifting. And even then, the MediaTek SoC was struggling a little bit to keep up. And while I wouldn't call this enjoyable, it was playable enough for me to clear the first level. Eventually. Lag. All while demonstrating this router, let me say that again, router, has the horsepower to run not just Doom, but Quake 3. So just imagine what it can do with network traffic. That's why a gang of people are rightfully excited about this R4 Pro development board. I mean, it even has NVMe holes. Wild! So I should probably get back to work, finishing the setup and build guide. But hey, thanks for watching my weird little side quest, and maybe leave me a thumbs up or even a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And swing by the Patreon if you want early access to videos like this one. And of course, your name in the credits. Stay tuned. But that's going to do it for this one. So get out there and make something awesome.